Science with Seth in the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean from Lee Tribe Studios.
Beautiful ocean out there, right? But there is one enemy to that ocean. And it's not a shark. It's not a shark. It's a lionfish. In fact, the lionfish can make up to 40,000 eggs about every 4 days. That's approximately 2 million eggs per year. They eat our nursery fish faster than our fish can produce. They are a dangerous species native to the Indo-Pacific Ocean. Now, how do they get to Atlantic, Pacific, and Caribbean oceans? Well, the leading theory is that we dumped unwanted lionfish from aquariums into the ocean, and they just kept multiplying and multiplying until they got out of hand. Plus, they have hardly any enemies, so they eat our fish, but they don't get eaten.
So I volunteered to join this project, which was made to lower the lionfish population in this beautiful Caribbean Sea. The project was designed by Scuba Montserrat Dive Shop, ran by Emmy and Andy.
Whatever. And then a cappuccino, please.
So what exactly is the Lionfish Project? Now that's a good question. What the project does is, well, it's all about hunting. We dive. I go with a group of people, including Andy and Emmy, and scuba dive. We have a modified bucket, and each of us have a spear. Once we descend, we start hunting lionfish. Lionfish have 18 very sharp and venomous spines. If you're stung by them, you will feel extreme pain, nausea, and dizziness. So, in other words, lionfish hunting can be a little bit dangerous. After spearing them, we plunge the spear into the bucket, pulling out the spear, but not the lionfish. Once we finish our dive, we may or may not do another one. After done with our dives, we head towards the port, where we will measure and weigh all the lionfish.
Nope. 18.15, 2020.
Every 10th fish we will gut. So we will note if it has egg sacs and what it has in its stomach. Sometimes we cannot decipher what is in its stomach.
10 inches, 7.8 ounces.
While we are doing that, another member of our team will usually clean all the gear off at the dive shop. After measuring and weighing the lionfish, another team member will cut the spines off of the lionfish to make handling them easier and safer. We then have a nice drink and we'll head home. Why don't we go ask Scuba Montserrat how the overall project went?
Talk to me, Seth. Talk to me. Tell me.
So how many lionfish did you get in the overall project?
So we did 45 dives. We went to about 19 different sites. We spent about 294 hours total, so that's on land and in the sea. And our grand total of the number we caught were 478 lionfish. So those kind of ranged from 2 inches to 16 inches long, and about 0.1 pounds to 2+ pounds was kind of the range and weight that we had on this lionfish.
It's pretty surprising, isn't it?
It is. We caught a ton. So on average, we caught about 30 lionfish a day, and 56 was the most amount of lionfish that we caught in a day. So fish were caught between Soldier's Gut and Cars Bay area. That was kind of where we caught the most amount of fish. I think there's just lots of little hidey holes the fish like to hide in, so good hiding spots for them. So we checked the bellies of every 10th lionfish just to see what they were eating in our local environment and what kind of things we might be missing in our ecosystem. So we found that our lionfish were eating a lot of fish, small fish. We found small lobster, and we also found lots of little shrimp. One day we caught 34 fish, and we checked all of them to see if they had eggs. And 50% of those had eggs, so just kind of guesstimating that would be 4.8 million fish we stopped from going into the ocean. Of the lionfish we caught, some of them were too small, and so we were just taking them out of the waters in our local ecosystem. But the larger ones were all able to be sold, and actually they were being sold faster than we could keep them. So we were thinking we could package them up and sell them, but pretty much as soon as they came in, they were on a fish plate. So that's good.
So who supported this project?
So this project was a Darwin COVID-19 Rapid Response Grant, which was also supported by the local government. So we focused on controlling the invasive lionfish population on island and really training up some of our guys and girls on island to go out diving and hunting the lionfish.
Okay.
So overall, I would say the project was a great success. We are not going to be getting rid of our lionfish anytime soon, but we can keep capturing them and selling them on island, so creating local revenue for them.
At one point, areas of Florida were offering big money to people who got lots of lionfish.
So find out about how you can keep the lionfish population down, and if you can, maybe you could help.
Many organizations in various locations being affected by the lionfish population have many incentives to help control the population of lionfish. They also make great meals. I want to thank Scuba Montserrat for the opportunity to learn and assist them during this extremely important and educational project. If you want to learn more about Scuba Montserrat and all that they do, you could check them out at scubamontserrat.com. If you want to find out about the potential lionfish invasion in your local area, please contact a local dive shop and see if they have any current programs. You may be able to do something to help. Knowledge is power, but only if you use it.
See you next time on Science with Seth.